Welcome to Phygital Nights from Hilliard, Ohio at Leapin' Lizards. Everybody at Leapin' Lizards, give me a round of applause. Come on. All right, there are some people alive out there. I appreciate that. All right, so for those that are unfamiliar, this is Phygital Nights, where we mix the physical bar room experience with the digital world that is YouTube, maybe Instagram, but I'll have to fix that here in a couple minutes. Twitch and a couple other places. But anyway, we start with a live podcast by yours truly, Buster Chestnut. It's called Bad Breaks with Buster Chestnut. And, you know, it's a podcast where I rip packs, I talk smack, and I try to survive the weekly grind. It's basically my therapy, but, you know, you guys got to deal with it instead of my therapist. So this past week, you know, I kind of took it easy from doing stand-up. I didn't do any open mics last week. Last Friday, I actually volunteered for my kids' field day, which it was dark, it was windy, it was cold. I was wearing a jersey, and I was doing the water event, which was freezing. My feet were cold, wet, and raisins for about 4 hours, and I got a nice, nice little sunburn here to show for it. So it was basically a family weekend. That brings me to my next point. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I believe there's at least one mother in the physical audience. I heard they were coming tonight. Hopefully my mother is out there listening, which I took my mom out for some lunch. We also celebrated my wife, my baby mama, Satin Chestnut. And, you know, me and my daughter, Hester, Hester Chestnut, we took grandma, my mom, out to lunch, you know, and on Mother's Day, everybody plans for weeks, you know, makes reservations at the fanciest place. My suggestion was, let's go get tacos at 11 in the morning. We successfully got the best al pastor tacos in the city, and we were the only people there. Big shout out to Los Guachos. If anybody's had Los Guachos, any of their locations, but we were at the Godown location. So yes, celebrated that. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law came over later in the day. We had some desserts. I'm diabetic, but they were delicious. And ironically, there were Mexican desserts too. So we just had like a Mexican fiesta Mother's Day, apparently. So, all right. All right. So I do have to do a dad joke real quick. Sorry. This is in honor of my daughter, Hester. So, you know, I asked our bearded dragon, Lego, if he wanted to chip in or not on Mom's gift. Lego gave me a side eye. He told me to scale back on my expectations. I told him to snap out of it, but he's missing a few blocks. Okay, dad joke out of the way. I got you, Hester. All right. So basically, the weekend was a one-of-one gem mint 10 of a weekend. And then Monday came along. Hold on, I need a beverage. Since I need a beverage, everybody raise your glasses to my executive producer, who helps. He's a patron of the arts, helps fund this. His name is Steve Merrick. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Steve. But yes, so he is a patron of the arts. I have patron of the arts. I have sponsorship opportunities. They are a little lofty, but what we're trying to do here is make some people laugh, relieve some of the stress that the world is giving us. And, we want to give some opportunities to maybe some people that haven't had as much opportunities, people that are, well-versed in the stage of stand-up comedy. I don't know. I just want, I want to bring comedy to the world. I think the world needs it right now. So that brings me back to Monday. I had this whirlwind, beautiful weekend. Monday, I, go in for a routine dentist cleaning. And I walked out numb, handed over a $600 payment on the spot, and I'm staring down a $1,400 bill on Monday. My teeth pulled a Panini points card on me. That's a sports card reference. If those aren't, if you're not familiar, I am Buster Chestnut from Buster Chestnut Cards, who actually, I sponsor this first segment of the evening, and I am selling some sports cards. I'm selling singles. I got a couple boxes, a couple different things. I have a full set of our comedian, first quarter comedian cards, which, celebrates all the comedians that helped us, get this Phygital Nights experience going. I also have some t-shirts. They are on sale this evening, $25 a piece. Normally they're $30. You get, 2 for $50, but straight up $25. Come holler at your boy. Let's go. And anyway, and there's a bunch of singles, all kinds of stuff like Pokemon, One Piece, football, basketball, fighting. I don't know. If you find some stuff in there, make a stack. We'll talk. I'm not going to rip you off because I need money now. And I am willing to make some deals. All right. So, that being said, next week I have some major facial, crowns, root canals, all that. So next Tuesday, if my mouth is swole as, my body is, and I sound like I got a mouth guard in, next week's headliner may have to pull some double duty. So I have a little bit more information on that later. But either way, come out next Tuesday because I actually have some more information coming later. And I am sorry this is taking a little bit longer than normal, but I got a lot of stuff to get out. All right, so this week in sports, for those that, want to know or don't want to know, I don't care. It's my mic. This upcoming week, the PGA Championship tees off on Thursday. But more importantly, to me and my affliction for sport addiction, the WNBA just tipped off. Massive slate of games. Actually, one of the first games of the season on Saturday featured the Indiana Fever, featuring my girl, Sophie Cunningham, and somebody named Caitlin Clark. And they played against the Dallas Wings. They got upset, and they set a record for the first time in WNBA history. A season opener started with both teams scoring over 100 points. So keep your eyes peeled for the WNBA because it's going to be a hot season. All right. All right. Is it still on me? Am I still like highlighted in green on that? Can everybody see that? Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. So that brings me to today's rip, which is called, I'm going to call it the configuration conundrum. We're going to do a 4-way rip. All right. And my remote guest was unable to join us this week. I'm trying to line up a popular person who is a reseller. He's a YouTuber to come next week and join the call, but we will see. And as I stated earlier, I might be under some, maybe painkillers, maybe some numb mouth. I don't know. So we'll have a fun conversation next week. But until then, we are going to rip, and I may have a guest from the audience come up to, answer some questions about my podcast. All right, so I'm going to move this over. Michael, nobody else joined in here, right? It's just me and like the card camera, right? And is the card camera showing on the stream? Perfect. There is 3 people in there? Do you see a friend of ours? All right. Okay, so our guest may not be able to join us. So I'm going to invite someone up who I believe I just met. I've never met you before, correct? All right. Somebody that's actually brave enough to sign up for the open mic later. So just a heads up, if you are within the Columbus metro area, there is still time for you to get here to Leaping Lizard because we have a prize on the line tonight for our open mic. I'm going to try and do it, once we get there, I'm going to try and set it up to where there's an online poll, for the chat. But we're also going to vote in the bar. And the best open micer tonight gets a $25 gift card by yours truly and Bailey Digital Media and Steve Merrick. So I thank you for signing up. But anybody else in the Columbus metro area, get here to Cemetery Road, Leaping Lizard, and sign up because you might have a chance to win $25. Okay, so my new good friend of the program, I'm going to bring up to the stage, and we're going to share a mic. I'm sorry. I need to buy a new mic. Somebody wants to throw me a couple bucks, so I can buy a new mic, so we can have, a conversation going on here. Throw it in the tip jar or, hit me up on my card section. Anyway, needless to say, we're going to bring up Matt. I don't know your last name. My new best friend, Matt. This is going to be terrible, but hey, welcome to Bad Breaks with Buster Chestnut. It's always terrible. Okay, if you want to say anything, I really don't care. I need to open some packs real quick.
Hi, Wilson. I see you all the way there in the back, buddy.
All right, so tonight I'm looking at different configurations of cards. All right, so this right here, I'm going to show it on the card cam. Can you see it? Can you see it? Does it look okay? I really need like the pool monitor as my view. But anyway, all right. So this is a booster pack, which this is like the lowest of the low. So my question for you: Do you collect sports cards? Are you a sports fan at all? Sports fan. Okay, sports fan. All right. So if I said, a 1-of-1 rookie card, like you would get an understanding of that's important, right? Like there is one of them, and it's their rookie card. So the most important thing you could get. All right. So what is the real life equivalent of a 1-of-1 rookie card for you? And what was the ultimate lucky break? And I really don't care. Say whatever you want.
Wow, he's going to give me a mic to say wherever I want. That's a scary thought. 101 moment for me is probably living through a tornado, and we got to see the Wizard of Oz fly past the window and everything. But no, not so morbid. Probably getting to meet Mark Coleman at BW3s, having a conversation over a UFC and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. So
Respect. Mark Coleman's fucking hero amongst the dude that was supposed to call in tonight. But also me, man. Like the story of him saving his family and his dog from the fire, man. And Mark he's a local guy. Mark, come down here sometime. Leave a lizard. We love you. All right, so we're going to look at this booster pack, which booster pack's the lowest of the low. All right. Usually it's just 4 base cards, but there is an opportunity for a prestigious downtown. I'm not a betting man, but if I were, I would bet $5 that there is not a downtown in this pack. All right. Can you hold these for just a moment? All right, let's see what happens. All right, we got Trevor Lawrence. Kyron Williams, which I actually collect, but it's not worth it. All right. We do have a rookie of a Brown. We have Mason Graham. That's something. All right. And then finally, we have Mr. CTE himself. Tua Tagovailoa. I am not good with names, by the way. I apologize for anybody with weird names tonight. Tess. All right. So we're going to set aside this Mason Graham rated rookie card. Cards, please. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. All right. So next, we're going to stick with the same product. All right. This is 2025 NFL football Optic. All right. So it's like a chromium. It's like a fancier brand. All right. Also, able to hit downtowns out of this pack. Do you think we're going to hit a downtown? Ooh, okay. Deal. All right. If you answer the next question, hold on, in a way that can be spun comedically, and I pull a Joe Burrow, no matter what it is, if it's a fucking downtown, it's yours. But I got to tag you on all their socials and stuff, because case hits are case hits. Like, I mean, come on. But I'm not going to be a douchebag, and I'm going to give it to him. I fucking hope to God it's not a goddamn. Hope it's not a Joe Burrow downtown. Hope it's not a Joe Burrow downtown. Okay. So while we go through this Optic value pack, I'm going to ask you a question, and I am going to, flip through the cards and see what happens while you're answering the next question, all right? What is the worst bad break you've experienced that actually set you up later for a massive win or success?
Let's see, the most massive bad break. Oh, let's see. I was working in Middletown, Ohio, this place called Magellan Aerospace. It's about COVID time. And, everything was rolling right for going into 2020. And then the nasty bug hits. And basically, I'm getting told it's about 2 or 3 weeks away from time to pack it in because I'm going to lose my job there. And then panic mode sets in. I go down to this place in Cincinnati. It's called Hilton Star Davis, which basically they put me in a job that I shouldn't have been qualified for, but nobody wanted to go there. It basically set me up for a lot of stuff that it's got me to here to Hilliard, and I'm very grateful to the company down there. But that was the biggest failure that led into a big success because it made me have to change. So it's not really funny, but it's just more of a personal thing. But hooday.
I'm sorry, I was halfway paying attention to that. I was actually concerned because out of that value pack, so all right, the booster pack was 4 cards, and it was basically 4 base cards, which so the value pack was 12 cards. Okay, of those 12 cards, I got another 2 ahead injury. So we're gonna throw that over there again. And for some reason, I got 2 Warren Moons. No idea why I have 2 Warren Moons in a 2025 football product. I mean, the camera's not this way, so if whatever happens, happens.
Hey, but it's 2 bad moons rising, man.
Tatooine. All right. No, that's suns, right? Whatever. Anyway, as we move along, we are going to go to this year's hotness in football for the moment. Topps Chrome 2025 officially licensed top football for the first time since I think it's like 2009. I have no idea actually. But anyway, officially licensed Topps football. So this pack comes with 20 cards, and it usually hanger packs. There's a saying in the card world, hangers are bangers, which as Buster Chestnut, that excites me. So I'm going to open this while we ask Matt the next question. All right. When did you hype something up in life? You know, rip it open, find some absolute garbage. Not necessarily cards. I know you're not a card guy, but like when you were expecting something great and it was just the worst. Maybe like a Christmas or a birthday present or I don't know.
So let's see what was supposed to be like the best and it was the worst. Let's see. There was this beautiful thing they called the Cincinnati Bengals, and they had to play the Baltimore Ravens. And I used to have to go work in Baltimore. All I have to say is going to that game is like, rah, rah, let's go, hoo-day, 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 hoo-day. Well, they laid the egg, and then the Ravens win. And the next day, I get a phone call from my coworkers out there in good old Baltimore. They're just like, hey, guess what? The old school Browns beat you, buddy.
Ooh. We got a Joe Burrow card? Not yet, not yet. But if we get there. All right, full disclosure. I am a recovering Browns addict. I was a Browns fan for most of my life. I went to the last Browns home playoff victory when they were coached by Bill Belichick. That was a long fucking time ago, by the way. Anyway, when my dad passed away, he was the Browns fan, you know, and, you know, parents, you know, they're like, yeah, you have to fucking root for this, you know, this team, this person. You have to. So as soon as he died, I said, fuck this. I'm rooting for the Saints because they draft Buckeyes. And this year they added 2 more Buckeyes. We got Styles Jr., and we ended up signing undrafted free agent CJ Donaldson, which is going to, you don't have to pick those up. I was going to do that. But thank you. I appreciate you. All right, so we're going to go through Topps Chrome real quick. Probably going to be nothing, so I'm going to speed through this. All right, hold on. Garrett Bradbury, no idea. Kyler Murray, he's on with the Vikings, right? All right, we got to, here, give this to Michael next time you see him. Stephon Diggs, Evan McPherson. It's a Bengal. All right, there you go. Deshaun Hand. He might be a lonely guy. Nick Bosa. K. Doughton. Nah. Jameson Williams, former Buckeye. Then he went to Alabama. I might set that aside just for fun. All right, we're still going through. I haven't seen any color yet. Jonathan Grenard. All right, we have a Brock Bowers Future Stars. We have a Peyton Manning Fortune 15. Oh no! Hopefully that wasn't the autograph. That would be horrible. All right, Terrence Ferguson. Nah. Darius Slayton. Nah. I almost thought that was Keith Sweat. Josh Sweat. Harrison Smith. Yeah, this is a horrible pack. T. Higgins on the refractor. That's actually not bad. That makes coming up here and dealing with my bullshit worth it, right? All right, Savion Williams, rookie, Luther Burden, and, hey, rookie of the year, Tet McMillan. All right, so that finishes off our football portion of our evening. actually not bad. All right. The one I dropped is the best card I pulled so far.
Should have kept it.
That's some bullshit. All right. We good? We are good. All right. No. We got one more. One more question. Well, this could be good. All right. I'm just going to take a wild guess. You're not hip on WNBA.
No.
All right. Give me all right. Besides Ohio, because we don't have any we don't have any teams in Ohio. Give me a state. We're going to find you a team to root for.
Tennessee.
All right, Tennessee geographically is probably closer to Atlanta, Georgia, right? All right, so you're going to be a Dream fan this evening. The Atlanta Dream, which they got a pretty stacked team. They did make a huge offseason trade for Angel Reese, who gets a lot of shit. She gets a lot of rebounds. Most of them are her own, but she's a baller. She gets double-doubles. I give it to her.
South Carolina.
All right. So while I'm opening these 4 packs that came in this, it's called a value 10, which is just a way to charge you more for packs from a blaster box. So just don't buy these ever. They're not worth it. But I wanted to show it off, and, it's got a cool 10. But I'll show you that later. So while I'm opening these, I'm going to ask you, real quick, I want to make sure it's the last question. All right, it is the last question, indeed. And then you can go back to your seat and talk to me once I bring Tess on, okay? For no reason in particular. All right, so the value 10 has 4 packs with 4 cards each, in each pack. All right, so last week I took a break. I took the weekend off of professional duties and comedy. So what's your internal sign that you need a break before you snap?
That's actually a good question, and probably I need to have my shrink therapist here, but
I do have one more question.
oh no almighty. When I have to take a break, it's give me a break, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. That's honestly when I need a break.
All right, I'm still opening packs, but full disclosure, that would kill me because I'm diabetic. You're supposed to laugh at that. Thank you.
Unfunny times.
Two more packs to go. Is it funny that I'm a big supporter of WNBA? If you need to relay that to the
No, he's a very big Fever fan, and I'm also a big Pacers fan. But anyways,
I mean, that works. All right. Well, at least somebody's got jokes. Good luck with this one. All right, so we're probably not going to get jack shit from this, but we're going to look through these together. All right, if I get any Atlanta Dream cards or an Angel Reese, which actually is worth money, it's yours, brother. All right. Let's see what we got. We got Carla Lighty, no idea. Lucy Olson, Lisa Leslie, GOAT. We got Nelisa Smith, Tierra McCowan, Haley Jones, Maddie Siegrist, Janelle Saloon. Yeah, I don't know who any of these people are. Lee Yaru, she's the center for the Dallas Wings. Courtney Williams, Alana Smith. All right. Hold on to the Alana Smith, all right? She's Australian, so yeah, do with that what you will later. All right, Benjamin, not Ben, Jesus Christ, I don't even fucking. I don't know how to say that name. Asia Sivka and Ryan Howard. All right, that is an Atlanta Dream player. That is yours, my friend. Followed by an Atlanta rookie, Tahina Pow Pow, which is a very fun name to say. And I'm going to give this to him after I show off to the screen. That is yours, my friend. That is a cracked ice parallel. And finally, we got a Courtney Vandersloot on the refractor. So the last question that I have for you this evening, and you have well earned our agreed upon fee for after this. Anyway, have you ever had a literal physical bad break that hurt your ego way more than your wallet?
So that bad break that I really had that like hurt me and like hurt my wallet, I just had to have a boom toftakington actum to fix it.
All right, everybody, give a round of applause for Matt. You'll probably be seeing him later unless he has to leave for, embarrassment purposes. But definitely thank you so much. I'll be talking to you after I fist bump.
What up, everybody? Let's go! Flipping through the packs, chasing down that 101, yeah. Searching for the grail till the morning sun comes. Buster! Hit that monster pull, an impossible play. Change the whole damn game in a major way. We hit that monster pull, an impossible play. Change the whole damn game in a major way. Whoa!